Hi guys. So the question is, when people sign up to be part of a spiritual community, don't they understand that spiritual doesn't always mean love and light? And I'm saying this because there are people who are spiritual, but they're not of love and light. They're actually of the opposite force. And that's okay. That's what they choose, right? It's my opinion that those people might be working on their ego, per se. A lot of times, in my opinion, when people want to go of that realm, that they might have some kind of what they call an entity attachment to them, or it can be just some sort of unhealed part of themselves that they haven't quite gotten to yet. And when they are in the mode of trying to tear down and destroy and bully and make fun of other people, they're actually trying to protect themselves of something that they went through that created this entity attachment. So someone had mentioned that maybe these people needed to have some self-reflection, and I told them there is no way that someone is going to go and have self-reflection when they're in that mode. They're in that mode of tearing down. They're in that mode of attack. They're in that mode of just, right? And I know that when I was replying in that group and I was sharing this information, I know the first thing that those people who are not of the light were thinking was anger. I am so angry at this person. I want her to be quiet. How am I going to make her to be quiet? Right? Planning a retaliation when it was just open thought, open conversation, just an opinion of mine. And perhaps, just perhaps, me sharing that in the comments will be enough for someone to maybe ding and open up and say, you know what? That's exactly what I was feeling, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. And maybe what she's saying is correct. Right? So with that said, do not engage with people when they try to get you to engage with them on the negative realm. If you need, take a step back, gather yourself, and take a breath. Refocus on what it is that you're trying to accomplish in this situation. Are you wanting to be just like them? No. I mean, at least for me, I don't want to be just like them, because I'm leaving a memory behind for everyone who's going to read my words there, right? Or anyone who's going to witness me in person. So I don't want to engage with them on that level, but I can speak some truth. And that's exactly what you need to do. But when you speak this truth, you must do it in a way that is calm, factual, and respectful. Because, and I've said this before, if you're doing what's right, no one can fault you for that. No one can blame you for that. You have to do what's right every step of the way. If you're doing what's right, you're following the path of being on the right path. Again, who can fault you for that? So it's just a question. Not everyone who's in a spiritual group or a spiritual setting is really in the spiritual of the love and the light. A lot of times people will claim to be spiritual, but they're working for the other side. And that's important because we need everybody in this world. Because the people who do choose to work for the other side, they're just strengthening the people who are of love and light. They're just providing them exercises on how to maneuver around these things. Once again, they're being used. They're being used by both the darkness and the light. Isn't that something? To see how the unhealthy ego gets you? You think you're doing something and you have control over something, but you have none. Because ultimately, the right will always win. Always. Always. When you're doing the right, it will even piss off the people who are doing the wrong. And even then, you're still winning, right? So I just really hope that those people who want to do things that are not of the light and their spiritual prowess is on the opposite side, I want you to know you're being used like a puppet. All of your efforts that you think that you're controlling have nothing to do with you. And you're just a puppet on a string, being used by both the dark of things and the light of things. So until you decide that you can have your own free will and choose to live for the side that wins, more power to you. I mean, it made me who I am today. Just saying. With that said, make it a great day. I'm just going to share what I know without fear of doing so, because I used to be afraid. And that's what I mean by made me who I am today. Because honestly, if I need to disappear by somebody else's hands, it's because I was doing the right thing. And that's okay. Take care.